And here we go, folks. Racing is underway, so grab your beers, grab your LaCroix, and get over to the river. And here comes
number one.
Bow number one. That's Brown. Brown University.
They're looking really good. They got the brown and white blades, light blue unisuits. Very efficient. It looks like they've maintained the starting gap on bow number two.
I would agree. This seems to be what we sort of call even spacing here. We should definitely hear some large, loud cheers from the
overloaded docks.
Overloaded docks.
They need some easy dock over there.
But yeah, very, very, very good rowing. Very, very crisp rowing. And I would say here, folks, you can see now this is a gap, right? So these boats have definitely made up time on the boats behind them. So here comes bow number three. That's Naval Academy. So Naval Academy having a good row here.
They look very smooth.
Bow number four appears to have made up some time on that boat, which is yet another Harvard boat.
They're going to get a good boost when they row by their docks, their home docks over there.
And here comes, folks, the meat wagon. That's bow number five. That's Riverside. Let's go, Tony.
Go bananas,
Go
Tony.
bananas, Tony. Go bananas, Tony. That's the meat wagon, folks. That's the nickname for the Riverside Boat Club.
He's in bow pair. He's a port side. Go, Tony.
Go, Tony. Go bananas. Bow number 7 is on the next page, but we know what it is. It's Dartmouth and
bow 6.
Bow 6, BU.
That's their top Club 8 with the red and white blades, of course, from BU.
Yep.
Those old school Henleys they're wearing.
Very sharp.
Very sharp.
Very sharp. I gotta give them. You know, generally BU kids don't have a lot of fashion sense, but they looked pretty good. They looked pretty good in that boat today. And bow number 8 and 9, that's Northeastern. And Dartmouth going toe-to-toe. Dartmouth moving on Northeastern at the moment. Northeastern hanging on. But Northeastern will get a boost as they go by their boathouse upriver a little bit.
More of the old school Henleys for BU here, bow number 10 in the Empacher.
Yeah. They look new, like they got those out of the box today.
Yeah, you can still see the creases almost.
Yeah, they got those out of the box today. So bow number 11, that's Brown University. Brown University gone by, and I thought I saw a star here, so that's bow number 12. Must be Potomac. Very, very cool. And patriotic.
They call themselves Sledgehammers. Former Princeton lightweights, Middlebury, Nyack, Riverside, George Mason, BU Colby, Georgetown.
Wow.
Wow.
Definitely, but you definitely get a lot of probably like, you know, coming to D.C., right? A lot of lobby groups, a lot of government. Like, you're going to get some smart kids that are going to matriculate down there to the D.C. area. A lot of opportunity.
And rowers tend to be the smartest people.
Again, you can't argue with science. Bow number 13, that's Riverfront Recapture out of Hartford, Connecticut. And bow 15 is Holy Cross out of Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. That's probably their number 1 heavies coming through.
It says 3rd Varsity 8.
That's the 3rd Varsity 8. Wow. It's an impressive roster from Holy Cross.
That's pretty good depth.
Very good depth. Not a big school either, right? Like Holy Cross.
Not very big. The 2nd best Jesuit institution in Massachusetts.
The 2nd best. Bow number 14, that's Lincoln Park Boat Club out of Chicago, Illinois. Seen a lot of good... The Lincoln boats have been very good rowers, very technically sound rowers as I've seen them go by.
Must be good coaching.
Yeah. And bow 17, there's Tufts. There's a local crew out of Somerville, Massachusetts. Somerville, this is their 3rd Varsity 8, but also very technically sound crew.
Yeah, they look good. The Jumbo is rowing on the Mystic.
And bow number 18 is Coast Guard. Patiently awaiting the Boston College men, bow number 19.
Oh, that can't be good.
I believe they decided to only row 6 to just make it even in terms of rowing with some of the folks rowing 8s.
It's only fair.
And here comes bow.
20?
Is that bow 20? Here comes bow 20, and then on the business school side is Boston College. We've got Julia, Mateo, Tyler, Jackson, Jonathan, Wheeland, Patrick, Sawyer, and Aaron. They look absolutely great.
They've spotted Potomac a couple
They're
seats.
taking their time so everybody can get a good look at them as they go by. But Boston College just always putting on a clinic out here on the river. Bow 22 was MIT. And bow 21, Baltimore. No notes. But I will say this, Baltimore's got David Shackelford, 52, out there rowing with the kids.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah. Bow 23, West Point. Thank you very much, West Point. Go Army. Let's go Army.
Very quick on the catch. You can see the emphasis on their drive is really putting a lot of jump off the front end of that catch for
and
Army.
Bow 24, this is the 3rd varsity boat for MIT Heavies. So I wonder if these boats, if the other boats are going in the championship event tomorrow.
Most likely.
Most likely. And that's bow 25. That's WPI. Row on beautiful Lake Quinsigamond. And bow 26 is MITRC. So I guess that's MIT Rowing Club.
Must be alumni,
something different. Yeah, perhaps something different. Perhaps a master's program. Who knows? And I apologize. I missed the other boat that went by.
I didn't see it. So just for
you know what? I actually think the other MIT boat, I do believe that is it Sloan School of Business has a separate rowing club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I remember correctly.
I mean, Sloan School is their graduate business school. So.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I seem to recall them having a separate program.
Just in case it's the first race you've been to, the slower boat, if they're being overtaken, has to yield to the boat that's faster. And if they do not yield in appropriate fashion, there could be a penalty assessed to them.
Absolutely.
By the judges. If you remember back in 1995, gentlemen, we had a conflict with Duke University where some pleasantries were exchanged, and I think Duke was probably assessed a penalty because they were, of course, in the wrong.
So here comes bow 29. Right now in the running for the best boat club name, which is Rocket Legs Rowing Club out of Jersey City, New Jersey. Mix of alumni from Rutgers, Miami Rowing Club. The term Rocket Legs is a nod to Andy Parrish, who coached with MRC and used the term. Bow 32, Los Angeles, Marina Del Rey.
28.
Bow 28 is JL out of Philadelphia, JL Ambassadors.
33.
And 33, that's the Tideway Scullers of the London, and they row on the Thames.
Looks like the Tideway Scullers have borrowed CRI blades, and here we have a good example of bow 33 yielding to them because it looks like the Tideway Scullers are overtaking them, so they have to yield the other crew.
I believe bow number 30 is the Argonaut Rowing Club with the horizontal green and blue stripes.
They from Toronto?
Argonauts are from Toronto, eh? And
For Notre Dame.
bow 36 is the Williams College Boat Club. And bow 34 is Tyrion out of London. And bow 31 is the HKS out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. They represent the students and faculty of the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. And they are eager to carry on the time-honored tradition of rowing in the Charles as future public servants, politicians, and more. Thank you for adding the notes. 37, Bucknell. 39, Northeastern University, formerly coached by none other than Boston College alumni, John Pojednik. Is he not coaching there anymore? No, he retired. What's he doing? Huh. I think he's working at Regis College in some capacity. And here comes bow number 40. That's Riverside Boat Club. That's Meat Wagon 2. Beautiful, iconic, horizontal white and blue stripes and the vertical white and blue blades, and have moved through Northeastern University in bow number 38. That's Lake Merritt out of Oakland, California. And this is the first time for Lake Merritt entering a club boat in this event. .35 are the Harvard Waves. Harvard Waves is a team of Chinese student, alumni, and scholars at Harvard University. The team has participated in the 54th and 55th Directors Challenge Mixed Eights in the past, and they are now coming back after pandemic with their first men's 8 crew. So way to go, Harvard Waves.
And 3 seats said, I don't care what you guys think. I'm not wearing your stupid hat.
And wow, we're already into the women's club 8s, the hits. I mean, not even time to eat the cookie, but that is USC defending champions from last year. And we've got 40 boats in this race. I would say they've looked like they've made up a little bit of distance on bow number 2, which is Yale. And this is the Yale third varsity, but looking very clean, very strong. This looks to be even spacing to bow number 3, which is Georgetown. Returning to the head of the Charles, very excited. And right on their heels is bow number 4. That's Radcliffe. And you can see them approach. I'm sure they got a great boost from Weld as they went by, and another boost of energy from the Harvard Boathouse. I don't know. Here comes bow number 5. That's MIT coming through. MIT, a not test optional school any longer. So, not the only reason my daughter will not be applying to MIT, but I'll say, yeah, it's because it's not test optional.
6, Riverside.
Yep, Riverside. That's their A boat, the Riverside A Club 8. And be on the lookout for Delaware, Dartmouth, BU, and San Diego. And, of course, Boston College in bow number 11.
This is 7.
Bow number 7, that's Delaware, the Fighting Hens. 2 seat said same thing as I'm not wearing your stinking yellow visor. But bow number 8, that's Dartmouth.
Dartmouth wisely went with a starboard stroke.
What is the advantage there, Mitch, to a starboard stroke?
Well, in this race, honestly, it's the turns that you have to make towards port.
Yep.
Having a starboard stroke is advantageous because you have a port and bow.
All right. Having come through is USD, and I believe that was BU. Impressive USD coming through and moving through some boats. And there they are, folks. What you've been waiting for, bow number 11. That's the Boston College women. That's Amelia, Rachel, Lucy, Alexandra, Jenny, Carly, Peyton, Madeline, and Olivia, just looking fantastic. The Screaming Eagles of Boston College from Chestnut Hill. The end of the blue line, Heartbreak Hill.
Green line.
End of the green line. End of the B line. I meant B for blue.
B.
End of the green line.
Easy to confuse. B with blue and green.
And one of the greatest ice cream locations you'll ever find, White Mountain Creamery.
White Mountain.
Right there. Bow number 12 is Fordham out of the Bronx. Bow number 13 is UMass Amherst. A lot of respect for the Minutemen and Minutewomen of UMass.
UMass going with a starboard stroke with a bucket at 6 and 7. Very interesting.
Bow number 14, that's Colgate.
And
Colgate
same with
University.
Colgate, back to back. That's the first time we've seen that. Starboard stroke with a bucket at 6 and 7, and they happen to be right.
Been a lot of
next to each other.
chatter on the mess on Reddit about starboard strokes for this race. Bow number 15 is Eastern Michigan out of, anybody want to take a guess? Ypsilanti, Michigan. Ypsilanti. Eastern Michigan out of Ypsilanti. Known for Eastern Michigan. They've got a Starbucks these days, too, I heard.
Ypsilanti.
Bow number 18 is Marist out of Poughkeepsie. Not to be confused with Ypsilanti. And bow 17, MIT.
Marist puts out really nice calendars
For what?
for like guidance counselor departments.
Oh, guide. I thought you said calendars. Like,
Yeah, I like calendars. Like there's pictures of them rowing on the Hudson. They're very nice.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Number 19. I'm going to leave that one. Bound number 19 is Northeastern University. Like, is it a fundraiser? It must be a fundraiser,
I think they
right?
send them free to like guidance departments.
Oh,
to, like,
oh
try to-
that's smart to get kids to go
Apply to Marist.
go
Right.
to Marist College.
Yeah.
Here comes bound number 20. That's Potomac.
Isn't there a 4 o'clock always on the Saturday?
What was that?
4 o'clock men's dates.
I have no idea. I haven't looked that far ahead. I'm just trying to get race to race. I know we're here till 5.
They raced yesterday, but it was only in the morning.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Bow number 21. Bow number 21, that's Fairfield, out of Fairfield, Connecticut.
Do you want this before I drink it?
No. Mitch is moving on to his next beer, so...
Thanks for sharing that with our listening audience.
Bow number 22, that's Tufts. Tufts University out of Somerville, Massachusetts. Must have been a misprint here.
Somerville got voted one of the best places to live. Did you see that?
By
whole
Somerville
United States.
residents? Somerville residents have voted Somerville the #1 place to live in the United States.
I can't remember who rated it, but it was rated as the #1 place to live.
No,
for families.
I will give a nod to Somerville, like Davis Square. I mean, it really is just a awesome area. Bow number 24, Shannon. That's not the name. That's the name of the boat club, not one of the rowers. Out of Limerick, Ireland.
From Ireland. I think
Should Dan Beaton do an Irish accent?
Is it
for
the northern
here?
part
I don't
of
want to do it.
Ireland?
It would be inappropriate.
I'm actually Scottish, so not offended at all by that.
Not offended at all. Hey, same thing. Bow number 30, that's Drexel. trying to stay above the out of the mayhem here, which is that bow 29? That's Kansas.
Wow, the Jayhawks.
The Jayhawks. Bow 25, that's Avalon of Chincoteague, Virginia. I apologize, I missed the boat on the far side. Was that an MIT boat or MIT Blades? But
I'm not sure.
But it's it's an unfortunate grouping. That's going to be a troublesome turns up ahead.
The Jayhawks had a bucket at 5'6", which is unusual. So for the listening audience, if you're not informed, the bucket means you've got two rowers in a row rowing on the same side.
Bow 28 is Baltimore, Maryland.
Pretty obvious they're from Maryland with their oars.
Yeah, and the unis have that classic Maryland.
Like that checker.
Yeah, that classic Maryland print. And that's bow 26. That's Skidmore out of Saratoga Springs. And there's bow 27. That's the Yale Grad Crew. So Yale Grad Crew is a student-run club comprised of Yale graduate and professional school students. And they row out of the Canal Dock Boathouse in New Haven, Connecticut. Kansas. Should be a few more boats coming through. That's bow number 33. That's Rowing in Color out of Sarasota, Florida. And bow number 35, that's BIAC out of Redwood City. Just as the other BIAC boats, the bio needs to be created. Those are the notes. Bow 37 is Old Dominion out of Norfolk, Virginia. Crew selected based on ERG scores.
Wow.
That's tough. That's tough. 31. 31 is HBS Crew. The only competitor dressed appropriately since 1908. Steered by the invisible hand after the winter season. The business school making an economics joke.
Too big to fail.
I love it. I love it. The only the invisible hand. Fantastic.
Adam Smith.
Bow 32. That's Riverfront Recapture out of Hartford. And bow number 39. Boston College. There's another Boston College boat. They were going by so fast, I almost didn't even see them. They look incredible. That's Madeline, Vivian, Emma, Amanda, Charlotte, Grace, Kate, Elizabeth, and Aaron.
40.
And bow number 40, that was Columbia University. And Maya, I believe, is in that boat. Naya. Daya. Jaya. Jaya from Columbia.
Huge fan support for Jaya here at Reunion Village.
I mean, according to the program, she's not in that boat, but I think I trust the folks that were cheering. 36. Bow number 36 is the JL team made up of JL ambassadors. JL is a unisuit producer, and you can see by those bright, vibrant colors. And bow 38 is Bryant University. And this is their first year as a D1 program.
I was about to say, I don't remember a Bryant entry before.
Well, Bryant has a D1 women's soccer team, so I think they must be transitioning some of the other teams to D1 sports. Or do all this, or does all of the sports have to be D1 if you have some D1.
Not necessarily,
Yeah.
but they probably had some Title IX issues they needed to resolve.
Perhaps, yeah. Yeah. No, great athletic program building over there at Bryant. Great women's soccer program. Wow, I just got to say it. This is the nicest weather in the history of the head of the Charles.
Amazing.
Yeah. Look at this crowd. Great crowd. Great crowd today. A little disappointed in the Wisconsin Badger fans, but there's still time. There's still a few hours left. Here comes bout number 34. Looks like we may have someone needing to sit out. Could be a mechanical issue, unfortunately. That's the Mid-Hudson Rowing Association. And that's disappointing to come out here on such a day, but great job, Mid-Hudson. That's Linda, Anita, Marguerite, Julia, Natalie, Candace, Carly, another Natalie, and Evelina. Mid-Hudson Rowing Association is a recreational club in Poughkeepsie, rowing the same stretch of water where the IRAs are held.